Warhawk was a fun, futuristic air combat game released in the very early days of the PlayStation. Then the developers did what they seem to be all about doing this console generation, found the old dead franchise and completely gave it new life with a PS3 update. In the meantime, they changed practically everything about the game, holding on to only the name and the fact that there are planes. The first was a first-person flying game, while this is a third-person online multiplayer extravaganza, and a pretty good one at that. The game is completely an online experience. That's right, there is no single player to speak of here. Really, the only single player thing here is a quick training mode that can give you some much needed practice learning the systems. But the online is where it's at. There are your standard modes, deathmatch, capture the flag, zone, and collection, and some variations on those. Nothing terribly new, but it is how they play that makes them enjoyable. The gameplay is a mix of third-person shooter and vehicle combat. You spawn in and have just a pistol to defend yourself. But all around you, you will find rifles, rocket launchers, grenades, flamethrowers, and more to help eliminate the opposition. The shooting is tight and responsive, but not super realistic. This is more about what plays well rather than making it feel real. Jumps are big and the movements fast. In fact, everything about this game is fast. There will be little downtime because before you know, an enemy will be right up in your face. But to mix up the gameplay are the vehicles. This is where the fun really begins. There are tanks, jeeps, and planes just waiting for you to jump in. I mean, let's be honest. There is a lot of fun to be had slowly sneaking into the enemy base unnoticed. But a different kind of fun is had flying a plane, then crashing into the base, taking the enemy flag before stealing one of their planes to get back. It's the little things like that that make Warhawk such a high-paced game. Of course, like all modern online games, there is a leveling system where you can go up in rank and unlock more equipment and gear. But you don't really need that to keep coming back. The action itself is enough. The game does have some connection troubles sometimes. The action can feel limited and is really hard to jump in with people now having a couple years head start. But this is some really fun online combat that shouldn't be missed.